Hey, this is Carrie from Wrap Your Head Around Silks. This is the Expecting Aerialist podcast, now part of the Digent family of podcasts. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining me today. It has gotten cold here in LA. Finally, we are catching up to the rest of you guys with winter. Hope Halloween went great. And this week we were in the midst of our midterm elections here in America. So lots of news happening this week, and we still are on pins and needles. I am a political junkie myself, so I'm paying lots of attention. Before we get started, in the show notes, roll it out, 60-minute live virtual myofascial release class with balls, foam rollers, etc. is now currently happening. We've kind of settled on 7 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday evenings. It is the answer to how you're going to get this rolling done every single week for aerialists and non-aerialists. Your family members will get a lot of this out of this too. So go to the show notes. It's really easy to sign up for the student portal, as well as aerial rehab if you're interested in that. It's meant to be the bridge between PT and the air. So if you are recovering from pregnancy, surgery, injury, etc., check that out. All right, guys. Today we have Kaylee Sachs. She was introduced to me by Kimberly Simonetti, who is the owner of UpFlyingYoga. She is one of the... Bean likes to sing in the background now to her headphones. So we're going to be enjoying that in our next 2023 version of this podcast. Bean is growing up. So Kaylee, she is an instructor over there at UpFlyingYoga here in LA, and she is in her 4th trimester of her first pregnancy. So fresh baby, first baby. And, I check in on her to see what the experience is like. And she also has a full-time job in digital marketing. So trying to balance taking breaks from this and that and getting that momhood time in and what that feels like the first time around for her. All right, guys. Can't wait to have you meet her. Let's get started. Recording. Kaylee, how many weeks postpartum are you?
Hi, I am coming up on 3 weeks this Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for carving out the time. This is like, I call this time, and I don't mean it to sound bad, but I call it the place between hell and heaven, or hell and earth. Yep. What's it called? What is it called? It's called purgatory.
Oh, yes. Okay, there we go.
You're in purgatory. That time
Pretty
felt
much
like purgatory to me. You're not sleeping. You're getting used to it. Is this your first child?
It is, yes.
Okay, so it's like your life is completely changed.
Oh, yeah.
You're trying to like breathe. You're trying to like keep your head above the water. So how are you feeling today?
Yeah. So today, I'm feeling good right now because, luckily I have my husband who has been amazing, an amazing partner during this time. And I feel very lucky because he's been able to take time off of work and be here at home with me. Otherwise, I don't know, how I would survive. So last night, my daughter, Quinn, was up just all throughout the night, and I literally could not put her down for, more than 30 minutes between feedings. And this is the most fussy she's been. So it's kind of like the first that we're experiencing this. Before, she would let us sleep for, 3 hours in between, and we kind of trade off. But luckily my husband took over kind of at 4:30 and let me sleep 4:30 to 8:30. And now he's sleeping. So I was very tired last night, and test your patience, but you love them.
Well, and you get to the point where you're so delirious.
Mm-hmm.
that like, I remember being on the bouncy ball because like the physio ball, I could bounce her and she could go to sleep. But then when I tried to transfer her down to the crib, she would wake it back up. And then I had to get back on the bouncy ball. Right.
That's the thing. It was like, I would feed her and she would, I honestly feel like it's more of a comfort thing. So I don't know if there's something else going on, like, you know, maybe diaper rash or something is causing her to be more fussy. And then she gets on my boob and it's like a comfort thing and she'll just fall asleep there. And then I'll try and transfer her to the bassinet and immediately she'll wake up. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like I remember like maybe the second or third time I tried to do that in one night, I'd get back on the bouncy ball and I almost fell over.
Yeah. You're so tired. You're falling asleep.
Right. So I'm with you. It was a while ago for me, but man, those days, because our being like, I just started and they just tell you not to. They tell you not to, and I have anxiety, so it was so hard for me. But after a while, I just kept her where she was on my chest and tried to lay down and sleep with her because I just didn't have any other choice.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I'm laying there in bed yesterday, feeding her, thinking I could just fall asleep, but you know, I'm not supposed to. So
no, it's so what is it called? SIDS?
SIDS, yeah.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, they, you know, the doctors, they're very serious about it. So anywho, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being here, even though you're in purgatory.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
How is your, besides the sleeplessness, how's your pelvic floor? How's your body feel? Did you have a C-section?
No, I didn't. I had vaginal birth and yeah, so I did have a tear, so I have stitches, so I'm recovering, but everything is feeling pretty good. Yeah, I feel like I've been pretty lucky, really throughout my entire pregnancy and the delivery experience, and now recovery, everything's going pretty well. And, you know, I'm off of work right now because I have a full-time job in addition to, you know, doing aerial. So I took maternity leave. I'm on my 3rd week now. So I'm lucky in that sense that I can stay home and recover. But I've been going on little walks here and there, which has been great. And I'm really excited to start aerial up again, but that's going to be, you know, a couple more weeks that I have to wait for that. But it's been going well. I'm feeling good.
Kaylee, what do you do like for your muggle job?
Yeah, I'm a social media manager for a digital marketing firm. I've been there for, like 8 years now, I think. So it's my 9 to 5. Yeah. And I love it. I really love it. And then obviously I have, you know, the aerial as well. And, I'm an aerial instructor at UpFlyingYoga, although I'm on a break until I can get back to normal.
Were you able to train throughout your pregnancy?
So yes, I trained until about, I think 6 months. I was doing aerial hammock and rope. Those are my things. And then after that, I mean, that's when I really just started to feel like I couldn't handle the classes anymore because there was so much that I couldn't do. I was so limited in what I could do. So that's when I pressed pause on the classes. I did, however, kind of train on my own, just really simple stuff during like that next month, and then completely stopped after that.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good. I had to stop because I had a low-lying placenta, so it stopped me about 20 weeks in, but I would have loved to go on for a little longer. And then hopefully you get to go back to it. Do you miss it a lot?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Or is it like not even in your brain? Okay.
No, I totally miss it. And I think that's honestly one of the hardest parts of my pregnancy is just not being able to do aerial, because that's like, for me and for a lot of people, I'm sure it's like our escape and our happy place. So, you know, like physically, you want to stay fit, and then also mentally, you want to have that thing that brings you joy. So I definitely miss it, and I'm really excited to get back to it and see how much strength I still have.
Yeah. Are you able to teach without demoing? Because I did that through my entire pregnancy because I wasn't able to do stuff.
Yeah.
Is that something that you like doing?
I mean, I think I would like it, but I think for myself, I just decided, and it was pretty early on in my pregnancy. Just once I started, getting that belly, I just needed a break from teaching, because maybe it's just because I have my full-time job and I'm such a workaholic. I have like all of these little extra things going on, little side projects and stuff, that it was just becoming a lot. And so I had to take a break from the teaching. I kept doing aerial on my own and training, but I did take a break from teaching pretty early on.
Yeah. That's the difference though, because as I hear people with real jobs, 40 hours a week is so tiring. Like,
yeah,
I have a student, she just got a new job, and I asked her, I was like, how you feeling? She's like, I feel like I have zero time for my own life. And this because she was unemployed for a while because of the pandemic, and then she finally got a job. And you just come home, especially on a Friday night, and you're tapped out. And I don't know if it's because of the hours or because you're doing it for someone else. I guess I get, even if you love your job, right? I think even more exhausting if you don't love your job. But
right.
Yeah, I feel like being pregnant and having a 40-hour-a-week job, even though you're at a desk, I feel like that would be the most mentally exhausting thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's just not enough time in the day to fit everything. And then, like you said, just being pregnant on top of it adds to it. And so, yeah. And then, for me too, like, I often put in extra, like more than I should. It's hard for me to not do that. So, it was, really taking up a lot of the time, and I just needed time to focus on myself.
Yeah, so that whole thing that's going around the memes about quietly quitting your job, that is not something that you do.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
No, you're like doing the opposite, which is amazing.
Well, the thing is too, it's so the company is my father's. And so you'd think I'd be like, I'd get away with a lot more, but it's actually totally the opposite. And I feel like I need to do more to prove, like, I earned this position and I work really hard. And that's just me. So I'm not just like getting by. Because it's my dad's company.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you have these answers for yourself yet, because I feel like it is a long process, but how are you doing with kind of a shift in identity now, going from not being a mom to being a mom? Right. Has that plane landed yet, or is it in the air, like circling yet?
Yeah. No, I was just going to say that it really hasn't hit me yet that I'm actually a mom. And I'm like, when is the time that I'm going to be like, okay, wow, yeah, I'm a mom. Like, it doesn't feel much different to me yet, aside from the fact that I have this human to take care of course, and it's taking up all of my time. But I don't feel different in that, like, I'm a mom. So it hasn't really hit me yet.
Okay, so when I gave birth, like, I don't know, like 6 months later, Mother's Day came around. And everybody was wishing me happy Mother's Day. And I'm like, I remember saying to my sister, like, I don't really feel like I don't have my card yet. That's what I said to her.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't, and this was much like months after the time that we're talking about for you, right? I was like, I
Right.
I don't have my card yet. Like, I feel like my card hasn't arrived in the mail that I'm a mom, because it just felt like I hadn't, I don't know what it was that made me feel that way. And she said, well, you definitely have your card because you're doing the hardest part of it. Like, the first year is the hardest part because you're trying to keep a human alive versus all the other things that we do when we're moms, like keeping, especially you're breastfeeding. Yeah.
Yes.
Especially because you're breastfeeding, it's actually like you gave birth to the baby from your body, and then the baby's literally surviving off of your body. So yes, you deserve all the accolades of Mother's Day. And for me, it was a while until, I think it was when her personality started coming out, honestly.
Yeah.
That I started feeling that way. Yeah. But then kind of in the same realm of this, but a different chapter of it, I really struggled with when it comes to like now my job is to take care of her, whereas before, like, I had my life.
Right.
Like, I could leave the house whenever I wanted to. That part was really, really hard for me.
Right. Yeah. It's a huge shift. So, I feel like I'll definitely start to feel that soon. Maybe it's just because there's like no time to adjust right now. It's like I'm just going through it. I'm still trying to enjoy it. I'm still enjoying the moments, but I feel like my days consist of breastfeeding, pumping, changing diapers, holding her. So there's like not much time right now to realize, oh, okay, I'm a mom. But I think, once things start to settle and I want to go out but I can't, it might start to hit me a little bit more then.
Yeah. And for me, it was exacerbated because she was born October of 2019. And then 6 months later, shut down for the pandemic happened.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, that's a challenge.
Well, in a way, it's like my partner was working less and we were home. So there was kind of a quietness of that. But yeah, like wasn't able to bring my child into a grocery store until recently, comfortably, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And I call it purgatory because it's true. Like all these things that we're talking about, shift of identity, now you're a mom, you weren't a mom before. This is also the reason why I feel like having your first, like if I were to have a second baby right now, it would be hard, but not in the same ways because you're already used to being a mom. Like you already have that training and you're just adding another element. Whereas going from not having a baby to having a baby, and you're in this place where you don't have time to think about it. No. It's incredible that you had time to get on a podcast because that like grind of feeding, changing, sleeping, feeding, changing, is just what you're doing. Did you have any, how's the breastfeeding?
It's going really well, actually.
Great.
I feel grateful about it. At the hospital, they have a lactation specialist who visits you and gives you some tips. And then, our pediatrics, office, they also have a lactation specialist that we've gone to twice. And, she said that my daughter Quinn, does really well, that she latches well, that she's efficient. So it's working out pretty great right now.
Yeah. My child also latched like it was natural to her. All the techniques and tips that I learned online and stuff, I didn't even need it. She like just latched on, and I thought to myself, like,
awesome.
The women who have trouble, like, they must not have this like automatic suction cup of a mouth that's happening with my child. And then I couldn't relate to those women And I guess I still can't because she was like, I mean, she would find that latch. Like she would run her face into my chest and find the latch.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So,
searching the head back and forth, searching for the boobs.
I have a friend that he was carrying his like 2.5-year-old, and the kid was still nursing, and he had him in like a carrier. He poked his head into the bathroom. His wife was taking a shower, getting out of the shower, and she was naked, just to have tell her something. The child launched himself out of the carrier onto the mom and latched through the crack in the door. So
that's funny. Wow.
So there's kids like that, but then you're pumping as well.
Yes, I am. Yeah, so that my husband Dan can feed her a bottle every once in a while, mostly in the middle of the night, so I can have a moment to sleep.
Okay, so your child is also taking a bottle.
She is, yeah.
Oh my God, this is great.
I know, she's incredible for the most part. Yeah, she's been really great. I feel very lucky. Yesterday was a hard night.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll have more of those.
Yeah.
But for the most part, she's been really great.
Oh my God. I feel like for the podcast, there needs to be some stories like this, because there's a lot of stories of like complete S show. Nothing's working.
Right.
Everything's going wrong. There needs to be some better examples. Kaylee, do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
Yeah, no, I'm 30 years old.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be that the greater number of the women that I talk to who are not over 40 are having a little bit of a smoother time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe, the body wants to give birth at like 19 years old.
I know. Yeah.
That's the thing. Our bodies are made to are super ripe when our minds and our emotions and our lives and our careers are not. So
not ready. Mm-hmm.
Not ready. But
I feel like this is a good time. I felt like 30 was a good age. I thought I wanted to be like a young mom, because my mom had me when she was 24 and we have an awesome relationship. And then I get to that age and I'm like, well, that's not happening right now. And keep pushing it off. And I feel like 30 was a really good age. Me and my husband got married in October of 2021. Although we've been together for 10 years. So it was about time. And 30 was the perfect time. So
yeah. And happy. Was this a planned pregnancy?
Yes, it was. Yeah. We had, he's a little bit older as well. So we were both ready.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. I feel like you should go off and pump a boob or something.
Oh my God.
But thank you so much for being here. Yeah. I feel like we had a nice little chat, and Kaylee works at
oh my gosh, it was so much fun to have a moment to myself, so thank you.
Yeah, and you're at UpFlyingYoga, and I'm sure you'll be back soon. Maybe I'll check back in with you like in a couple months, and we can
okay, yeah, absolutely,
we can talk about you getting back in. That'll be fun.
Yeah, love it.
All right, thank you so much, Kaylee, for carving out the time, especially in this time. It is such a grind. Feed, poo, burp, or feed, burp, poo, sleep, on repeat, breastfeeding, pumping, trying to get little grabs of 3 hours of sleep here, 4 hours of sleep there, if possible. It's a hard time. It's a beautiful time as well. And I, along with our community here, appreciate you for sharing your story with us. And to my listeners, if you go to the show notes, you can find links to Roll It Out, Aerial Rehab, my full beginner to intermediate course, and the free mini course if you just want to check out my teaching style, free of charge. Easy to log on to the student portal. For those Americans out there, having a week of waiting, I am with you. I'm in the same boat. I'm really interested to see what happens and what the rest of the country thinks about which direction we should be going. So there's that. Also, if you just love the sound of my voice, Greener Grass is always up and running. Every other week, we have a check-in with me and... Oh, Bean is singing. A check-in with me and Kelly McVeigh, my co-host, and then we bring on some amazing guests. Really broad compared to this one. This one's super niche. That one, we talk about anything and everything, bring on so many diverse voices, so you kind of get a peek into a window into other people's lives and other people's perspectives. So I hope to surprise you there every other week. And yeah, so just thinking of you guys. Keep warm out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Over and out. This is the Expecting Aerialist, part of the Diligent Family Podcast.